There's nothing quite like a snowstorm at our little A-frame cabin in the woods. And with the lack of snow here this winter, today is going to be amazing. Welcome back, everybody. I am so excited for today because we are finally getting a snowstorm down here at the A-frame. In my personal opinion, it doesn't get much better down in the A-frame than during a snowstorm. It's just so incredibly cozy in here. We've got such great views out into the woods, and it's just a perfect place to relax and enjoy the beauty. We've certainly been lacking in some good snowfall here where this cabin is, but today it's supposed to snow on and off all day and into the night. So we should get a little bit of accumulation, and it'll be just a lot of fun to take it in right here at the cabin. Feels so good just to have a relaxing day down here. I've been doing some a little more ambitious adventures lately and a lot of traveling, and so man, being able to just sit here and watch that snow come down, it just feels so good. And so the plan for the day is just to do a lot of this. Cozy up, make some really good food, maybe even take a nap. That would be amazing. But then we'll definitely get outside too. We'll go for a little hike and certainly have a campfire and maybe even cook dinner over it. That's the plan, but we'll see. We'll at least have a fire and cook over it if we can. So some of you may have noticed that I've started to do some baking with the wood stove, and I'm going to take that to another level today. I'm going to see if I can make some cinnamon rolls inside the wood stove. No idea if it's going to work, but I'm down to give it a shot. All right, guess we'll see what happens. I'm hopeful. I think they're gonna turn out great, but we'll find out shortly. What do you think, Al? You think they're gonna work? All right, moment of truth. That one's done. That one's basically done. The rest of them are not. I think it would have helped if I would have like rotated them inside there while they were cooking. Probably would have cooked the rest of them as well. But you know what? 2 is good enough for me right now, and this was a good learning experience. All right, let's see how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's a cinnamon roll. I've been doing so much eggs and stuff lately. It's nice to switch it up with something like this. We're a little low on firewood in the cabin, so I want to bring in a nice little haul and maybe split up some kindling as well. This is good for kindling. This is too. So if you guys take a look, you know, all of this wood over here is wet wood that I just cut in the last episode I did down here. But all of this stuff is dry. Problem is, I kind of intermixed them up here, and so I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff down to the other side so that we have access to our good dry wood here in the future. It feels good to have the wood pile stocked for the rest of the day. All right, guys, real quick before we continue, I want to show you a brand new piece of gear that I'm testing out today. This is the Anker Everfrost 2, and I am so stoked to have it. This thing is going to change the game for our road trips coming up. We're always in need of keeping things cold for Olivia, for ourselves, and just having some extra cold food storage in the truck. And unlike other portable refrigerators that still need to be plugged in, this guy actually runs off of battery power. It will give you constant cooling for 4.3 days with dual 288 watt-hour batteries. And it cools fast. It'll get down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit in just 15 minutes without anything inside of it. It's got thick insulation and a leak-proof lid, which helps keep the cold and your food inside the cooler. As you can see, it's very portable. You've got the durable wheels here with the wheel blockers, which helps keep it in place if you're not going anywhere. It's got a very sturdy handle, which also doubles as a little side table, which I think is pretty sweet. Now, there are 4 different ways to charge it back up. You can use a 100-watt solar panel, which is pretty sweet, especially if you're out camping, or you can plug it into a wall outlet, car socket, or you can charge it with a USB-C. So for this outing, I've got my food and Ellie's food stored in there, as well as a couple drinks and some whiskey. And so far, this thing is performing great. I don't have to keep our food outside where it's gonna freeze or attract the animals. It's all stored in here, safe and sound. So if you guys wanna check out the Anker Everfrost 2, I've got an early bird deal for you. You just pay $10 now to get $300 off later, and you also get a free gift with it as well. Make sure to follow the link in the description of this video for details. gosh, it feels so good to just relax. I really feel like that's the true nature of the A-frame cabin here. It's for rest and to replenish your spirit. There's just something very therapeutic about not only this space, but the woods outside, especially with the snow coming down. I love it. Well, it seems like the snow is starting to slow down a little bit. I think we got to take a little hike with Ellie through the woods. Maybe see if we can spot the deer bedding down somewhere. This area right in here is one of their favorite spots, mainly because there's a lot of flat ground for them to rest, spend the night, but it looks like they're somewhere else today. And then this is the creek bed. It's obviously frozen right now, but when it's running, it is so beautiful and creates such a wonderful ambiance down here in the woods. And then this right here is the largest, oldest tree on the property. This thing is absolutely massive. I'm always just in awe every time I walk up to it. It's got such a grand presence and is just so cool that we have it down here. I mean, take a look at the grooves on the bark. I mean, that right there is the size of my fist. And it just continues and continues and goes on and on and on. Good girl. And then if you come around here, we're on the other side of the cabin, and the creek bed makes its way here around and continues off that way. You ready to go back in, Al? Yeah, she is. Well, we had a little break in the snow, but now it seems to be floating back in again. I've had people ask me in the past why I come out and have these fires when we have a nice warm fire inside, and honestly, I just enjoy it. There's nothing quite like coming out and sitting by a campfire outside, even when it's cold. I think we're gonna do another snow cocktail tonight since we have this fresh powder. I'm going with the Bullet 95 rye. It's the bottle that I have down here in the A-frame, and I think it's pretty good. All right, we got our fresh powder. Now just add a little bit of whiskey. Cheers. Very, very good. Nothing like an ice cold whiskey around a hot fire. You know what I mean? Well, it's just about time for dinner. I'm gonna be making some noodles on our propane stove over there, but I think before I do that, I'm going to try to bake some cookies. Now I'm gonna do something a little bit different than before. I'm not gonna be baking them inside the stove, rather I'm gonna be doing it on top of the stove, and we'll find out which technique works better. I have a feeling doing it on top is actually gonna be better, so we'll find out shortly. Clearly I've got a wife and a daughter. And while those bake, I'm gonna make our dinner. All right, dinner is finished and the cookies should be as well. Let's see how we did. Well, they kind of bled together. I wasn't expecting them to rise that much, but they look done to me. I don't know, I guess we'll find out here after I eat. Dear Lord, thank you for this time in the woods at the cabin. It's really a gift. It's in your mighty name that I pray. Amen. Delicious. I love this stuff. I've had it once before. It's quick, easy, and very, very good. All right, with the dinner out of the way, it's time to try these cookies. So the bottom definitely got burnt a little bit, or a lot, but we'll see if they still taste good. I think they will. No. Not good. They're full on burned. Ah. That's a bummer. The cinnamon rolls weren't quite cooked enough. These are burnt. Definitely have some fine tuning to do when it comes to baking with the wood stove. Today was a really great day. It was so nice to be able to relax and just take in the snowstorm and not feel like I had to go anywhere or do anything. I love all of the adventures that I get to go on. I love planning them. I love getting out there and doing them, filming them, editing them, sharing them with you guys. But every now and then it is nice to just take it easy and just remember why I do this in the first place, and it's because these places they refuel my tank and remind me of the goodness and simplicity that still exists in this world today. And I'm very grateful for that, and for all of you for how you support me in this. So I'm just going to relax here with Ellie for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna hit the hay, and we'll see you bright and early in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, guys. I slept really well when I was asleep. I did have to stoke the fire a few times, most notably, like, I don't know, probably an hour ago. But it's warm in here, which is good, because it looks cold outside. And the snow has stopped, finally. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for coming along. As I said before, I don't think there's any better place to take in a snowstorm than here at the A-frame. It's just so cozy, comfortable, warm, and I just love watching that snow come down in the woods here. I wanna give a special shout out to our patrons for generously donating to our channel. Thank you guys so much. But again, to all of you who watch and subscribe and comment and do all that stuff, we appreciate you so much, and it just means the world to us. We've got some really exciting adventures coming up, but for now I'm gonna get home to the family, and we'll see you next week. God bless.